Did you know that pressing a few specific spots before bed can help you fall asleep faster? For so many of us, especially after 60, a full night's rest feels like a distant memory. You lie in bed, exhausted but wired, your body begging for sleep while your mind races. Or maybe you drift off quickly, only to wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling in silence. Sound familiar? Here's something most people don't realize. Your body already has the tools to help you sleep, naturally, gently, and quickly. In this guide, we'll walk through 7 powerful pressure points you can press before bed. Each one taps into your nervous system, helping you unwind, reset, and drift off more easily than you thought possible. Whether you struggle with anxiety, stiff muscles, menopause changes, or just daily stress, these points can help. And no, you don't need special skills or gadgets. Just your hands, a few quiet minutes, and the willingness to listen to your body. Stay with me until the end, because this isn't just about falling asleep tonight. It's about building a peaceful bedtime ritual that transforms the way you rest for years to come. Once you start using these points regularly, you might just find yourself falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, and waking up more refreshed than you have in a long time. Let's begin. Point 1. The space between your eyebrows. Start by gently pressing the spot between your eyebrows. It might seem small, but this area, often called the yin-tang point in Eastern medicine, has a powerful effect on calming your mind. When you apply light, steady pressure here, you're signaling to your brain, it's time to shift out of overthinking mode. You're slowing the loop of thoughts, worries, and mental chatter that keeps replaying as soon as your head hits the pillow. For many, sleep struggles begin in the mind, not the body. You feel exhausted, yet thoughts about bills, relationships, regrets, or tomorrow's to-do list keep racing. But by pressing this spot for just 30-60 seconds, you help interrupt that cycle. I've spoken to countless people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s who say the same thing. I lie in bed physically still, but mentally on fire. Often they don't need a new mattress or blackout curtains. They need something that tells their nervous system, it's safe now. You can let go. This little spot does exactly that. When pressed calmly, it triggers your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest and restore mode. You might feel your eyelids grow heavier, your shoulders drop, or your breath slow. And sometimes, that's all it takes to start drifting off. Try this tonight. Use your thumb or middle finger to press gently. Pair it with slow breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, exhale for 6. If you hold tension in your forehead, like frowning during the day, this point is especially helpful. Consistency is key. Over time, your body will associate this touch with winding down, like dimming the lights or brushing your teeth. Point 2. Behind your ears, the Anmian point. Next, let's move to a quietly powerful spot. The area just behind your ears, known as the Anmian point, which literally means peaceful sleep. To find it, trace upward behind your earlobe along the bone until you feel a small indentation near the base of your skull. Pressing here helps switch off your fight or flight response and brings your whole system into a calmer state. Many people don't realize how much stress they carry here. Whether from phone use, poor posture, or years of tension, this spot holds fatigue like a sponge. You might not feel it until you touch it, but once you do, you'll sense something waiting to release. This point is perfect if you feel mentally wired but physically exhausted. Lie in bed with a body that won't fully relax. How to use it. Use your thumbs to apply slow, circular pressure. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. I remember Martha, 74, who hadn't slept through the night in 5 years. She tried teas, podcasts, White noise. Nothing worked. Then she pressed this point one night while lying in bed. The next morning, she woke up 8 hours later feeling human again. The beauty of this point? You don't need any special setup. Press it while reading, watching TV, or sitting on the edge of your bed. It's a gentle reminder, sleep isn't something you force. It's something you allow. Point 3. The center of your chest, the sea of tranquility. This next spot is often overlooked, but it holds a deep connection to your breath, heart, and emotions. Right at the center of your chest, between your nipples, lies the Shanjiang point, known in Eastern traditions as the Sea of Tranquility. When you gently press or tap here, you're helping your chest release tightness, both physical and emotional. It's the kind of tension that builds up slowly, making you sigh without knowing why. Many older adults describe sleep troubles tied to emotional weight. Thoughts of lost loved ones, health fears, or regrets. These feelings often live in the chest, not just the mind. Pressing this spot sends a message. It's okay to release. It's okay to breathe. How to use it? Place 3 to 4 fingers or your palm flat over your heart. Apply light pressure while exhaling slowly. If you wake up at night with a racing heart, return to this point. I once worked with Henry, 81, who lost his wife years earlier. Though the crying stopped, his sleep never fully returned. Pressing this point nightly helped him reconnect with a deeper breath. And slowly, sleep came back. Point 4. The wrist crease, your built-in calm button. Now let's move to your wrists. Specifically, the soft crease below your palm on the pinky side. This is the Shenmen point, spirit gate, and it's like a reset button for restless nights. When 68-year-old retired teacher Eleanor came to me, she described lying awake with her mind replaying every conversation like a broken record. Medication left her groggy, but pressing this point for just 1 minute each night became her game changer. It's like my thoughts finally get permission to power down, she said. Why it works. Directly calms heart palpitations and nervous energy. Grounds scattered thoughts, perfect for overthinkers. Releases emotional tension stored in the hands. Try this tonight. Sit comfortably with one wrist resting on your knee. Use your opposite thumb to press the tender spot where your wrist crease meets your pinky. Apply steady pressure for 60 seconds while breathing in for 4 counts, out for 8. Whispering, let go, with each exhale. Pro tip, if your hands are always cold, like many circulation challenge folks over 60, pair this with warming them under running water first. The combination of heat and pressure works wonders. Point 5. The sole of your foot, nature's sleep switch. Underneath your foot, about 1/3 down from your toes, lies the Yongquan point, bubbling spring. This is your body's natural grounding wire, pulling anxious energy downward like a lightning rod. Meet Walter, a 71-year-old former mail carrier who spent 40 years on his feet. I'd wake up at 3 a.m. with my mind racing about pension forms, he told me. Then he tried rolling a tennis ball under this spot while watching the evening news. By the time the weather report came on, I'd be yawning like a kid at bedtime. Benefits. For older adults, eases menopause night sweats, reduces restless leg syndrome twitches, improves circulation to warm cold feet. 3 ways to activate it. Seated method. Cross your leg and use your knuckles to massage in circles. Bedtime ritual. Apply lavender oil before pressing. Bonus relaxation. Multi-tailors approach. Roll a golf ball underfoot while reading. Fun fact, in Chinese medicine, this point is considered the front door to deep sleep because it connects to your kidney meridian, the energy pathway governing rest and rejuvenation. Point 6. The base of your skull, the tension melt away. Those two tender hollows where your neck meets your skull, those are your fungi points, and they're holding on to every ounce of your daily stress. Massage therapist Lucia, 63, calls this the grudge holder's spot. She explains, when I work with retired CEOs and lifelong caregivers, these points feel like concrete, but after just 30 seconds of pressure, their breathing changes. That's when real sleep can begin. Do this if you wake up with headaches. Sleep with your jaw clenched. Have computer neck from daytime screen use. Step-by-step release. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Use your thumbs to press upward into the hollows. Make tiny circles while slowly tilting your head back. Imagine pouring warm honey down your spine. Sounds quirky, but it works. For bonus relaxation, place a warm rice sock across this area for 5 minutes before pressing. The heat loosens decades of tension, like thawing frozen pipes. Point 7. The inner ankle, your hormonal harmony point. 3 finger widths above your inner ankle bone lies the Sanyin-jiao point, the trifecta of sleep, hormonal balance, and emotional calm. This spot is particularly magical for women navigating postmenopausal sleep changes. Diana's story says it all. At 69, she hadn't slept more than 3 consecutive hours since her 50s. I was about to resign myself to permanent exhaustion, she admitted. Then she began pressing this point nightly, while sipping chamomile tea. Now, when I wake at night, I press it and drift back within minutes instead of hours. Why, it's extraordinary. Regulates night sweats and temperature swings. Calms digestive discomfort that worsens with age. Eases the midnight worry spiral about aging parents or adult kids. The moonlight method. Do this in bed. Sit cross-legged under the covers. Press right thumb into left ankle point. Sync with lunar breathing. Inhale, 4, 6. Imagine moonlight filling you. Exhale, 6x. Visualize stress draining into earth. Bringing it all together, your nighttime sanctuary ritual. Instead of dreading bedtime like 72-year-old Raymond used to, I'd stare at the clock, calculating how little sleep I'd get, create a 15-minute wind down, 9 o'clock p.m., press the Ya Yen Tang eyebrow point while turning off screens. 9:05 p.m. Massage Feng Qi with lavender oil. 9:10 p.m. Apply warm socks after stimulating Yongquan foot point. 9:12 p.m. Hold Sun Yin Jiao ankle point during slow stretches. 9:15. Drift off with one hand on Shangja. Now sleep finds me, Raymond says, like slipping into a warm bath instead of fighting insomnia. Your turn to rest well. These 7 points aren't just techniques. They're love letters to your body after decades of service. As 84-year-old yoga teacher, Beatrice reminds her students, good sleep isn't about aging perfectly, it's about aging kindly. Starting with how you welcome the night. Tonight, try just 1 point that calls to you. Your body remembers how to sleep. Sometimes it just needs a gentle reminder where the off switches are hidden. Sweet dreams. Which point will you try first? Tell me in the comments. I read every one. And if you found this helpful, pay it forward by sharing with a friend who needs better sleep.